Welcome, everyone. What do I not have here? Hold on. That's much better. Much better. I skipped a step. Yeah, I'm still doing it manually. I know that OBS has all sorts of ways to automate some of the things that I'm doing manually. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of it for me, though. I'm going to change my view. I'm actually in the pod. This is Arnaaluk. Arnaaluk. And it is in the glacial seas. Let me change my view. It is nighttime. Let me show. It is close to morning. And I'm going down into this is actually the supply ship. What would normally be the supply ship for a Minecolonies colony beginning in underwater base is this ruin. And I'm coming down here because I just wanted you to see that for a minute. Let's go back up. I'm going to read from the book. Hello. I'm going to read from the book. Our base has been overwhelmed by the evil pirate Big Eye and his minions. You have to repair it and rebuild our settlement here. You will find some useful materials hidden below. And the last team, led by Decrees, was fully equipped with dive suit. Due to a malfunction or sabotage, all citizens drown. So please drain water from the buildings before creating your colony. Now, some of that has been done by the Mermaid Nation of Tana. So if you wonder why the mermaids would be interested in this little teeny tiny settlement in the middle of the glacial seas, I can show you now on the map. So here we are. This is how big we are so far under the frozen ocean. And I'm going to push back on the map so that you can see the land. And I wondered why my mermaid sisters were fine with me doing a colony here. Actually being an ambassador to someplace so remote. It is because they knew this. These are underground dungeons in the coastline of the land that is close to the frozen ocean here. And I think you can see right here, that is actually a castle, and it does not have a basement. It does not lead to an underground dungeon. That's just a castle right there. But you can see all the underground in this area. Look at this. Look at all this. But over here, the other castle, let me see if I'm in the right place. The other castle is right here. And this castle has actual underground parts to it. So all of these underground cities belong to skeletons and mobs. Here's another castle here, right here, and all of these belong to mobs. And this is why we say that the land belongs to the mobs. And that is just the way it is. So we are actually setting down a settlement here, almost sort of as an outpost for anyone traveling in this area, so that there is some friendliness. The mermaids have left this area a long time ago, but there is a fortress out here. I don't think I can see it from this way. It should be like right in this area somewhere. So I think that might be actually the fortress right there. But there is one. But usually with fortresses, that means that our people are gone. And of course, our people are gone. It's freezing. It's freezing cold. And even though we don't care about it the same way the salmon doesn't, or the squid, the plants that we love do, the coral, and we love building those coral cities. So without those, we have a tendency to want to move to warmer waters, and that is what we did. But we still need something here. So this is Myra. Myra is one of the first four. We have a new person. We have a fifth person. Her name is Jessie, and she was hired as a druid. She was given, she was allowed to join the settlement as a druid, and her name is Chown. She has one of the old names, Chown. I don't think I've had, I'd have to check Prasino and Rosa Oru, but I don't think I've had that name. Kenzo has one of the old names too. He has Sparrow, and then Bad Bee, of course. We have Bad Bees in, I think, either Rosa Oru or Prasino. And so, if not Seabridge and Emney Island. So we've got sort of like four other city-states that are not here, but that have the capacity to reach us. One of them, Seabridge, actually has submarines and can reach us by going under the oceans. And all the other cities can reach Seabridge through Emney Island and those areas. So we're looking out the windows of the hallways right now. And hold on for just a second. So I'm going to actually, I'm starting by telling that story first. This morning, we did a lot of things. One of them failed, and we have to do something about that one right now, and I think that's where I want to go. So before we do, this guard tower is upgraded in hopes of actually getting the border to push out. And so I think I'm going to come here and look. I don't think, I will check and see when we start having rail. I don't think we have rail until like level 3 or 4. But let's go out this door right here. Let me see what time of day it is. It is daytime. It must be raining. No, it's not. I know what's going on. Hold on for a second. I want to show the parts that got put in on Twitch this morning. So we have an area here that we want to have the warehouse, and we built walkways and in this area to right here. These are walkways to go out to the hub. We're going to have these hubs, information hubs, and they're actually Aquatica guard towers that we're using as information hubs. And this one is connected to what will be the warehouse. Now the warehouse has a problem. The submarines, there's not enough room here for the submarines to enter the warehouse. So at some point, we are actually going to have to learn to learn how to landscape, how to actually take away huge pieces of land and be okay with that. So we don't know how yet, but we will at one point. Now here, there's the border. Does it look like the border moved? I think it did. So we have the warehouse here. We want to have a logistics shop, but I think this was too short. So we're going to have the logistics come out right here at a right angle. And so all of this land right here is going to come down to at least here so that the submarines can get in, the Courier submarines and the warehouse submarines. So let me come here. Let's put this down. Let's touch this right here. And let's look for a second. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Aquatica, AQU. And Aquatica has a separate warehouse area, and we're going to look at the Courier huts. We're going to put the logistics because it is a group of couriers in a building. And yes, so we actually want the building to go this way at right angles to the warehouse. And let me see which one I have. So let's continue this for a second. I have to find that right there, and there it is. So let me turn it around and let's bring it back. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's bring it back. I'm gonna have to check and see. I might end up turning it back around. No, there's the hut block. So we do want it facing this way. We want the first courier to be right at the entrance, and they are going to be. So let's come to here. Let's move this up. And so as a warning to people who it bothers, some people are bothered by it. I am from a wealthy mob. The mermaids are very old as the witches, and very wealthy, and they are able to help the people that they like. They help them to actually get settled by doing things like what we're doing, where in the beginning, when they aren't ready to build anything or craft anything, Tana comes in with its wealth and actually makes it possible. And yes, dun 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 dun, it did push back the border, making the guard tower that's there a level 2, pushed it back enough that we can put this right here. Now, we're in a shallow area here, so you can see that these are above. They're going to essentially look like ice caps when they're done. You can see this one right here. This is what the level 5 of this building is going to look like. Did you hear that? But I think that's bears. I don't think that's Leviathan. I think that's actually bears. So we have this building here, and we are putting this building, this is the Courier, and at level 5, logistics, level 5, we have several couriers upstairs. So there's the main one, and then, then we have 2 working in, or 3. Ooh, we have 3, 4. Oh, cool. And 4 more on this side. So you can have 10 all together. in here. There's one here, and I do believe that there is one down here. But even if there isn't, yes, we will have that many couriers in here, and it's just perfect. And it is going to be located right next to the warehouse. And you can see these little scuttles here. They don't come in until 4 we start getting them. So we don't have to worry about them for a while. This is the level 1, which we are going to put in right now because we can. So we almost have enough room for the scrubs to come out, and they'll be fine. But the ones that we need here, these subs are much bigger, and so we definitely need to remove this hill in order for this to work. So here we are. We're constructing the level 1, and it is constructed. Okay, so now I have 2 buildings that can be worked on. We need those buildings. But the other thing as well, is that what I think that is? That is an air pocket right there. The other thing that we need to work on is farms, a forester, and we're going to start needing crafters, sawmill, stonemason, all of those people. So, but the first thing that we needed is a hospital. So our builder, Kenzo, he was actually able to finish building the hospital level 2, and at level 1, I'm sorry, the university level 2. So that enabled us at level 1 to get a hospital. So I think that I have explained that the way that I'm playing, let's go up. The way that I'm playing means that the level 1 is not technically built because Tana is putting those in. So a building isn't actually usable until it's level 2. So this hospital right here is a level 2 hospital. And almost all the buildings pretty much are, except the town hall, which isn't here yet. This is not the town hall. This is the supply camp. And so I'm going to get Kenzo. He's not doing anything right now. I'm going to get him to actually work on this for a little bit. It's really difficult being able to traverse this room with a bunch of things and the way the floor is. So we're going to give this to Kenzo right now to do. We did have River working on it, but I think I'm going to have River work on something else, and that is what I'm going to look at. Or it'll work out the other way. But for right now, build options. The builder is, nope, I'm going to have River do it. Build the building. River should have all the supplies already, and that's the reason why. We don't have a courier to come and get all the supplies and give them to Kenzo, take them away from her and give them to Kenzo. So these heaters are keeping this area warmed. There is a second, third, and there used to be one over here. I don't think it's here anymore. Yeah, this one, oh, there it is, fourth. So those heaters are what is making it comfortable in here for the people, for the townspeople that we have, the settlers that we have who are here. So let's go here. This is a level 2. I need this for a second. This is a level 2 Aquatica builder shop right here. This is, I'm going to take these out. This is a level 1 Aquatica hallway right here that's going to this university opening right here. And we do have a level 1 cavern guard tower here, which our new druid, this is the one that she is out of. There's nothing beyond this door. This is water. And let's come into the university. The university is a level 2. The university is. We can't build a library until, and do I want to? I'm afraid to now. So let's change into a survivalist. I'm afraid to touch the university as a magical person, because I can automatically research something because I know what it is. So let's come here and let's look at civilian and let's pull this out. So right now we only have stamina for the hospital, thank goodness, and it was only a carrot, so that makes it easy for you to do. Citizen regeneration or healing saturation. Healing, or regeneration. I've always chosen healing. We're not at war, so this is the reason why I've chosen healing. So resistance, healing saturation, that means that they stay healthy longer, or it's faster in some kind of way. Requires restaurant level 2. And then it requires golden apples. I'll have to ask for some golden apples, but we could actually have a Michael. Remember Michael? Who didn't have anything to do, who was going to be a farmer? Well, he apparently is not. He is researching in the university, and he is who will make this healing saturation. We're not ready for more people right now, but we do need a library at some point, because that's how citizens XP grows in, and it's the only way to get rails. So it requires Courier's huts totaling a level 3. So we're not going to have rails for a long time, because we're going to get a lot of buildings up to level 2 before we do any of that. So first aid, the HP. So we can start getting this done once we have a town hall. And this is proof that we don't have one, that is in fact the supply ship, that building. So, and then down here, really early on, we can unlock a school. We really just need housing, and you see what level the housing is going to be at. So we're not going to have kids for a while, because the housing would have to be at level 3. And right now, the only buildings that are going to be up to level 3 are the ones that have that are hallways, decorations, because the underwater base hallways are level 3 is the max for them. For instance, this little hallway piece right here is a level 3. So, but the buildings are all going to be level 2. Hi. until we have everything in place. This is, so that's the university. And in this area, this is what we did on Tuesday that took so long. And I'm going to explain about that. I explained it on Twitch. I'm going to explain it here. The reason that it took so long to place the university is because, you know, Jesse, this is most interesting. I think you actually might be stuck. So I'm going to come up here and call her. She was there when I left. So let's recall her. And there she is. And we'll bring her here. And yeah, she might have been stuck there. Okay. The university has a telescope at level 5. And I am in an area that has glaciers. And those glaciers are mountain-sized. And so they would obstruct the actual telescope. Not really, but I don't like it being surrounded in that kind of way. Saf, hello. So it took us time to figure out a way to get the 3 buildings to work together and still have the telescope facing the most clear area. And that's what we did. Yasu, Zaf, how are you? Did you have a good afternoon after Twitch? Zaf was with me on the Twitch stream this morning. And so yes, so that's the university area here. And down here is the hotel, but let's go this way. This is what we need to do now. I can have River start on the Courier, but she's still going to, see this right here? But she's still going to have to, we're still going to have, okay, wait a minute. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah, I have to do this now. We don't have a connection because of a mistake that I made here. And Ken's, oh, quick, I'm not a mermaid. I'm a survivor. Look at those bubbles. Look at those hearts. I was about to die. Okay, let's come here. Let me return to my mermaid self. There we go. And now let's go out. So, this morning we had a little interesting thing. The Tana builders were placing a new place here. We decided we needed an information center, which is what I'm calling these guard towers, these druid guard towers, an information center at this corner of the walkway. The other information center is way on the other side, but when we tried to line them up, they didn't work. You did get a little rest? But you feel the same, like you didn't get any energy from rest? I'm sorry. So in order to connect these two, we are actually going to use underwater bases pieces connected to Aquatica, specifically because they are shorter and easier to manage. So underwater base right here, and let's come here and let's come to infrastructure. And let's do corridors, and we can put glass here. So we'll do glass, and we need this section right here, a level 3, so we can see it, and there it is. And let's come up. So there was a corridor here, and it was too long to put in the information center, and it glitched the build. So we had to remove the information center and reposition it, put it back in again, and remove the hallway that used to be here. So we're going to put this in right now. This is what we usually do. We build the hallways, Tana does. And so there's the first one right there. So see how we have this glitch? We're going to have to meet in the middle. These are going to be, I have to join them up with a little bit of a corner piece. Level 3, let's turn this way. Let me see which side this is on. It's on that side. So and that's the correct side. So let's come up. Nope. Let's come up. And there we go. So this one is now connected to this area. And that leaves us 2 to go right here. And this one is the only one we can put here. And then we're going to have a little easeway for the fact that these don't match up. It's the first ones, it's the first hallways that don't match. So this is pretty good. So, and there it is. And let's put another hallway here. And that's what we wanted to see. So let's come here and let's go to corridors, glass, and put this here. Did you have your dinner yet, by the way? You were going to eat later. Did you eat already? Zaf? I'm asking Zaf. Let me see if this is facing the right way. It is, I can't tell. Oh no, it's not. Oh yes, it is. Okay, I see that. All right, so now we have to pull this out so that, down, so that it is not overlapping. And it can come all the way to here like this. So see that part right there? That is matching perfectly. And then you can see that this is off now in this section right here. So this is the part that we have to fix. You ate lunch after Twitch. Ah, okay. Okie dokie. And here we go. And so now constructed and X. Now it's up to us to fix this. So let's come here. I'm going to hold on to this for a second. We're going to need the sponges in a little bit. We have a pickaxe in case we need it. And now let's pick up some pieces. Let's get a piece of this, a piece of this, a piece of glass, and oops, did I toss? Yes, I did. And right here, I need a piece of the green, the border piece right here. So we'll put this. Let's bring this border all the way over to here. And on this side, the same way. This border over to the shorter parts. And then we're going to fill it in these places right here. So let's fill this corner in here and put the top on it. There's one. And on this side, we'll fill the corner in right here. Nope, wrong piece. Wrong. There we go. No. And then let's put this on top right there. Okay, and now from here, I need to put glass in this section right here. And that's how it's going to be, and this section on this side. So let's come down. Let's begin to fill in the block that's missing. So we have block missing right here. And that's, see the water going down? Okay, and then right here, we have floor missing. So we're going to have a little place where the rail loops right here. So we're going to put that as all gray in this section and put the white on the outside. And there you have it. We have our new hallway. And so now we can take the ice down. Ice is hard. It's not fun to do that with your hands. Okay, and there we have it. We're going to take these away for right now. That was before we had anything. And over here, we can take these out. We'll see when they start working on these if I want to, if they put those back. But for right now, dun, 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 we did it. Yay! Okay, so the next thing that we absolutely need to do is to have farms. And I do believe that this hallway was what we were going to originally use. However, I think I would like to go this way. So that hallway is just a hallway. It's not an information center right here. This information center, this guard tower right here that we're looking at, is doing that. Did I start them working? Did I start Kenzo doing something? Let me check. It's very important. So you can see the level 2s. Let me take this away. This is a level 2 cookery, restaurant, and this is a level 3 hallway connecting the level 2 builder, and there's Jessie down the hall there. This is the tavern right here, the underwater tavern, and then we're back out. So we're trying to get the farms to actually be off. Oh good, she's not hungry. To actually be off of this part right here. It's evening. And so we can do one of two things. We can have the farms be off of here. And do I want to do a door? Am I going to keep going back and forth? Right there is an airlock right there. Let's take the airlock out for right now. And we're on our way. Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So this is a level 2 guard tower here. And this is the level 2 hospital, which we were thinking we actually might have Myra come over here, or Jessie. And let's look for a second. Yes, the 2 druids that we have. Jessie is a 16 and a 15. That's pretty big among the people that we have so far. It's more important that we have a doctor than that we have a druid at this point. So we're going to hire Jessie as a doctor right here. And she's going to move back in to the tavern, which is the only housing that we have right now, because, there she goes, because we don't have any houses yet. So I'm going to come here, and let's come to here. manage housing, and assign Jessie. So Myra is the only druid, so she doesn't need housing. So there goes Jessie up to one of the rooms for the night because it's nighttime. And that's fine. And while I'm here, just for a second, Violetta, and let's look, we're looking for druids, and druids are mana and focus. So that is what we're looking for. Mana is 4, so we're not interested in Violetta. Here's Laura, and the mana, ooh, whoa. Wow. So normally when they have all of that and they only want hay, you would think they'd want something more. Oh my gosh, look at these numbers. She would actually end up being the doctor if she is actually gettable. When they are like that, they become suspicious. Do we want to try it? It's only hay. We can try and see if she stays or if she runs off. Oh my gosh, look what we've got. We have somehow attracted this amazing doctor. So what we're going to do here, manage housing, we're going to have Jessie go back to where she was. We're going to have Laura be here. We're going to have Jessie take over her spot. Let's come up here. Let's come up these stairs. Let's go back in here. Jessie is in this corridor down here for right now. And we're going to have her go back. She's with the university people for the time being, because Michael is out here by himself, especially if the builder isn't building right at this time. Manage workers, a druid, and let's go here and let's have Jessie come back and do her job. And now we'll go to the hospital and have Laura join. Now we can't have any more people right at this moment. We would need some housing. That is the maximum number of people we can have. This is what we really sort of wanted. This is the town hall, and this is the town hall. This is going to be the main druid center for the town hall. It's really beautiful. This is a underwater base guard tower, level 2, and across from it is the hospital. Now we've done this in the past, and we're going to do this here as well. We can learn from Seabridge, and we can begin to mark these corridors. These corridors are full level 3. And so what I like to do instead of having signs is to mark the corridors in colors. And I'm going to come here, we're going to get concrete. And these are emergency centers. So we're going to have red here, and here, and here, and here. And on the floor here, right here, let's put in red in this. There'll be no question from here that that is the hallway that has the hospital. And that's what we want. I don't remember all the colors right now. I'm going to have to go and look and see what the colors are again. But this works really well for making this hallway, making it clear that this hallway is the hospital hallway. So we'll put this in, and now we're going to head, oh, we were, remember? We were going, yes, we are going to head this way. I'm going to have River work on the Courier first, and then the warehouse. Or Zaf, which one do you think? Should we do the warehouse first or the courier first? Let's do the warehouse first, because you know what's going to happen. The courier is going to start asking for a warehouse. So we're going to have River begin this massive project. Now, River's doing the town hall while she's waiting for this project. So we're going to do build options. The builder is going to be River. Upgrade the building. Or we would have to have another builder, but we can't because we don't have any place to put them. And that's actually the problem. We actually don't have a place to put them right now. Upgrade the building. And here we go. So at this level, this warehouse does not have the submarine opening yet. This is the submarine level of the warehouse. Let me turn a light on here. Let me make those things go away. And then upstairs, eventually, there will be storage upstairs. We have some storage here as the level 1, and at that far end and in the floor area right here. But that is what she's going to be working on. Now, River can work on this very easily because she's right here. This is where she is. That's Myra sleeping there. I recognize. Or Jessie. Jessie's dark. I think that's Jessie.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Hi, Jessie. Oh, look at the food. Okay, so we've got to hurry. So we are once again going to cancel the town hall build so that she can start working on the warehouse in the morning. Let me come over here. And we'll just, you know, this will just be the way it is until the time. And did I assign the new doctor, or did I get distracted? I think I did. I think I did. We don't have a doctor. There she is. Okay, it's raining in some of the areas, but that means it's snowing up above us. And so there she comes. Now we're still having, I have to see what it is, why we do not have Patreon. I'm a patron. Yay, it's fixed again. They were working on it. It's fixed. So it's a little chilly. So we are using Nordic as the clothing here because it's actually chilly. And even though we have these heaters, and so we are making it a little bit more comfortable for everybody. And they're going to have on a little bit more clothing. So who's this? This is now
Jessie. It's a fine day.
And that is what she looks like now. What am I going to do? I actually need at least one house. Everything all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That is actually it. Because I need to do a house, but at the same time, we're going to have, we need to get the farms going. And, ooh, did you hear that? Okay, we need to get the farms going. And the farm area is what we have to work on now. But we have to have at least one house to have somebody run the restaurant. Otherwise, we're not going to have, ooh, look what that looks like. How pretty. Look, the sunlight is shining through. That looks so pretty there, doesn't it? That really looks cool. I like that. So let's look at the map for a second. Will it show where I am? It's supposed to. But I'm not sure why. That's okay. See this over here? This right here. I think that's the hospital, but I'm not sure. No, there's the hospital. Look, see, we can see that crosshair right there. That is the hospital right here, and this is the guard tower. So that means that this is going over. This is the Courier probably, and this is the warehouse that's being worked on right now in that location right there. Okay. So we're going to need housing. And how do we want to do this? We could look at the housing in Aquatica and see if there are apartments. Now we know there are beautiful dorm apartments here. And we'll look at both of them for just a moment. Let's do that. Let's go up and do that. So long as it's raining, there isn't going to be any actual work done on the pieces right now. So long as it's raining or snowing. So you can see that it's snowing in these areas, and the ocean, it's of course rainy, and that's why we're getting that sound. There's one of the bears, and right here you can see this is the new, oh, look at that, snow is forming on the roof. Look at that, that's so cool. There's snow. Oh, that's excellent. That is excellent, excellent. So yeah, snow is forming on the roof of the warehouse and the courier shop. And we're going to come right over to here. This is up high enough so that we can look at housing. Underwater base housing. Yeah, I made it go away. I do that. Underwater base housing, fundamentals, and the residences. So we have two. We have this residence, level 5, which is very pretty. Remember this, Zaf? Remember when we were trying to put oxalotl in this aquarium here and failed miserably? Technically, this isn't an aquarium. It's more that it's a window where that would attract fish because of the food right here. Places for them to get food. So it would attract fish to come over here. If, I guess in some areas you would be, this would be closed in, we'll see. And so this is the entry for these. And this is the one that has the entry through. Interesting. I forgot about that entry because we didn't do anything with it. So that's this. Then the dormitory, which is gorgeous, level 5. These are the dorms, the apartments, and I love these dorms because they have an actual kitchen and an area for people to sit and look outside. And it's just pretty. It's pretty. And then these are the rooms, which just look really great as dorm rooms. So yeah, that's another bed up there. So we could use that. Let's look at Aquatica. AQA, and see what we've got in housing, residences. Ooh. This is a hotel, they're saying. Level 5 for this hotel. I want to see what it looks like. Aha, look at the sub. Directory, and upstairs, this is in between the buildings. Upstairs, how many do we have? We have one, we have halls, we have, these are interesting. What is this? Fishies. Remove chest once done. Ah, there's fish in there. I see. So there are fish that you can add to the hotel area. Second floor has an aquarium, and outside of some of the rooms. And yeah, so this is a hotel with one double bed, it looks like, and we'll think about that. You remember it a bit, but it was a year ago, Zaf. Isn't that wild? It was a year since we did the underwater base sea bridge. And so that's a hotel. And let's go back here. We have a residence B, and let me see what this is. Let's do the level 5 of this and see what we're looking at here. Oh, it's not up high enough. Hold on a second. Let's raise it up so I don't have that inside, so I can see the inside. So these are apartments. Is there? Yeah, there's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. Let's go upstairs. This is the level 5. And in here, there's a 5th. Now, from the way this looks, it looks like they've made it to actually, nope, I don't see any places. Okay, so and even more, yeah, it's been a while. It definitely has. Let's come here. Let's look at apartment B. Ah, and there you go. So see these? Apartment B, level 5, gives us all sorts of, okay. So in what? In the residence? Those are A, B, C. Do they go in this one? Let's see, level 5 of, this is the apartment, level 5. Is this where those things go? Yeah, see that? They go into these. You have one here, and then the others must go in a particular way. You know how I feel about this. So that ain't happening. But there's enough room, there's enough apartments here that if we wanted to, we could just take, there's enough room here that we could just do a third bed in the middle of this and have those two beds and not have the other beds and just have it be some kind of apartment like that. We could do that. You see this. And in some of these other places, I think that's the hut block. Wait, that's the hut block for this apartment building. I think that is the hut block. These are nice. They look really strong. We've got a little, I think this is supposed to be the kitchen here. Apartment B goes in here. Apartment A. They have people's names on them. That's cute. And then up here, there should be another set, judging from the doors, but I'm not seeing how it works. So, oh, I saw the apartment C. I don't know. It's set up already. So this is the apartment building. And then you can go back and take apartment B, C, and D and put them into this apartment. And the residence is different. That residence is a different place. This residence, let's look at, is this the one that we looked at, level 5? I think it is, but let's look again for just a second. There's one bedroom. Yeah, so, and no. So see how the beds are in here? So we're not going to have these unless I clear the beds out completely and put in a level 5 Byzantine, because these beds don't work, for one of the bedrooms, whichever is the biggest. I see one bedroom here, one bedroom here, and there's a bedroom here. This bedroom right here. And this is probably the closest to the master that you're going to have. That bedroom right there. Maybe. Okay. So there's that. And then all of these are pieces, see level 5? All of these are pieces that go into the apartment building. 2, level 5. Let me look at the top. We might put these in later. Look at this. And take out these 2 beds and just have these be couples apartments later, because they have an upstairs and a downstairs. And that would be fun. We could do that. We could do that. So yeah. So we'll think about that. Apartment C, level 5, looks like this. And we've got definitely, ooh, look at this. There's a master. Oh, this would work. This is actually a family house with 2 beds. 2 beds here. The master bedroom here. And I think that's it. Do I only see 2 bedrooms and those 2? Yep. That's what it looks. Oh, there it is. There's the other one, the baby's bed in the master bedroom. So that's interesting. So all of these somehow fit into the apartment, building, level 5. So that's where, it's going to float up to the top. Can I find it, or do I need to get another? I might need to get another one if it drops down to the bottom, but it should float up to the top. Oh, but oh no, it fell down to the ground. Yeah, it did. Okay, let's come here. Let's get a builder's tool. How many have I lost now? I think I've lost some. So we'll put that there. And yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. And I think I might put this over near the Couriers. We have a bunch of people over there. We could do that. We'll see. We'll see. Because see, we have this right here. Look at this part right here. So if we had housing, I wouldn't want it to come, I wouldn't want this to be a straight route unless you can come through that housing. Hold on for a second. Can you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So yeah, so we'll do that. We can have the housing, do that. And one of these is the one that's there. Shoot. Shoot. That's what I have to say. Shoot. So I don't know how you can tell, but I'll have to figure it out. This is the hut block for this building. That is absolutely the hut block for that building. And then the others fit into these spaces somehow. But if I put this down where the Couriers are, Mr. Villager, oi, oi, Mr. Villager, como está você? If I put this down where these buildings are, right over here. So see, we have this one and this one. I would maybe want it to be facing this way. I don't know that I necessarily want it to come out direct from there. It means that people would be walking through the apartment complex. And I think I might want the apartment complex to have its own private sort of end in case we want to do something else, like add a second apartment complex to that one. We would do that. It's to the bam. Good, good, good. And there we go. We recovered from the little error that we had this morning when we were setting some things up. Look at the snow. There's snow on top. It was snowing, and it actually snowed on top of these buildings. We recovered from the mistake that was made in the other corridor, and now I really need to go in this direction. You started to feel you're not feeling well? Oh. So let's continue. Look how close we are to the land over here. So we know what's over there. And there's where we were looking at the housing. And I'm a little stuck. So I'm just trying to figure out now what I would like to do. And the reason why I need to look at some housing is because of I'm going to have to put some housing here. So we have this piece here, and this is the fourth piece right here. This goes back to the town hall right here. We have a piece that comes out here, or, oh, isn't there a piece here? Hold on. Nope, not there. Let me find this other piece. There's a piece here. Okay, so we have this piece, and now we have this piece over here. So if we put housing up this middle part, and this is what I was looking for, we would have housing in between the couriers and in between the farmers or the industry, whichever we're going to put here. Because of this, I think we might be putting industry in this area, but we'll see. We were supposed to be putting farmers on these plains out here, and we can still do that. You want to see how far out we can go? That's as far as we can go so far. So we're going to end up having to build towards that. But right here, this one right here, let's put in the housing. And I think I am going to do that. I think I'm going to have a set of housing there that goes through. So you see the downstairs here where there are apartments here that belong to different people. So they're showing these apartments. We can go ahead and have people can walk through these apartment complexes here. So if we're going to do that, you know what that means. So let's look at something down here. One of the things that we don't have, I'm going to X this. One of the things that we don't have at that entrance is an information center. So that's what we need right in this spot right here. So we have an information center. We have an information center right here. This is where the restaurant is and the cookery. This is the restaurant right here, or the cookery actually right there. And this is an information center right off of that. We don't have an information center here, and we should, because we would like this to go out farther, first of all, and secondly, because this information center belongs to the warehouse area. So let's put another information center right here. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. You're just feeling down psychologically. Aww. Aww. Yeah. Did you took that nap, but it didn't take. You had a nap this afternoon, but it didn't really make you feel better, did it? Let's come to here. We need Aquatica. Let's put a guard tower right here. And it's this guard tower that we want. Level 5. I need to look at what it's going to look like here. So let's bring this up. I might have to go inside to set the doorway for this because it's inside the ice. So let's come over here. There we go. And we're going to go down this hallway right here, and we can see it right there. This is actually a nice place for it because of the hospital being there too. This being one of the first housing areas. Let's bring that back in. Let's raise it up. And there it is. There's the entrance right there. And so it needs to be right there on that side. So I know, Zaf, that you had a very light lunch, and you might actually need a little bit more food than you had. I know it's psychological, what you're talking about, but it might actually help you maybe to have just a little tiny bit more food. Oh, good. This is the right way. At Twitch. Yeah. And let's go to here. So this is in the right position and it is the right way. So right here, right now, we do not want that 5. We are just putting in the pre-building. So we're going to construct this. And let's go in because we're going to have, Kenzo's not working on anything right at this moment. And maybe I should have made that a builder. But yeah, you're not hungry at all? Okay. I should have made that a builder. Just so that we would have, but I need the border to be expanded. And there's no question that this expands the border. So let's take down this part right here. And there we have it. So this way out is where the new housing is going to be. And this part is, we can have Kenzo work on it. Let's see if he is working on anything. Let's run down here for a minute. Which is closer? The town hall is. So we can go here and check. Yes, I just jumped over a desk. I did. Let's look at statistics. No. This one right here. So River's the only one doing something. She is upgrading the warehouse. So we're going to have Kenzo come down here and upgrade this, primarily so we can push it out a little bit more. So the build options, the builder is Kenzo. Upgrade the building. So he's going to upgrade this tower. This isn't connected to anything yet in these 4 areas. And she's down here. Oh my gosh. Saf, look, it's Johnny. Oh my goodness. It's Johnny Speed. Wow. Vincentius.
Yes.
Johnny Speed.
Cool.
Yeah. Wow. Hi, Johnny. I hope that that makes Zaf feel a little better having you here. You're having coffee? Cool. Cool. Do you want a tour? Have you seen, what was the last time? Oh, you haven't really seen this yet. Yeah. Mr. Villager? Yes, all the citizens are tucked in. Let's look at what she needs here for a minute. And there goes Myra. Yeah. Yeah. They're all here. Jellybean's not here, but Jellybean had some errands this afternoon. So she is probably, we'll see if she makes it or not. I got the impression that maybe you were going away for a minute. And it's like, no, don't go away. Whoa, look at the diorite. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is really, really a lot. But between Prasno Sea Bridge, Emni Island, and Rosa Oru, there's more than enough diorite to do this build. There just isn't any place to put it. This is going to be a thing. So we probably should wait until she asks for stuff before we put anything in, because I think we're going to run out of time. You watched a Portuguese stream where they were rebuilding a ruined stone house, and they had to put fixing the roof on hold for olive harvesting. Oh, curious. So I'm going to have to, hi Jess. Jess is going to wake up Myra. There we go. I'm going to have to wait and see. It's nighttime, so everyone's sleeping. So we'll just leave this for now. Jesse's checking what I'm doing. And we'll see what we can do. And here we go. And she's got a fair amount. She's not going to be able to have everything. I'm going to have to wait until she asks for it. And that will actually work. There's one of our crazy bats. And we're going to go back and see if even without the upgrade that we might be able to put in the housing. Yes, Johnny is in California. We are neighbors. We're state neighbors. And we have this section, and that's what she's working on. And let's go back to here. And am I going to put in an airlock, or am I not? That's where I'm at right now. So the builder is there. We have an information center there. We have, which is this information center here. And a nice couple from Lithuania. Oh, that's interesting. Who were doing a look at Portugal. Wow. So Portuguese, yes. That would make sense as far as the olives are concerned. It definitely would. So this is the new one here, and I'm going to put a door in right here. Let me get a door. I should have done that first. Let's put the door here like this. Keep the water out. Let's come through. And now I need a piece of ice here so that I have something to step on so that I can get out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay. And so we're going to go this way. So what we're doing is we're putting in the housing, and we're actually going to have 2 apartment buildings here from Aquatica, and we're going to use them in this section. And so let us put this here. We only need 1 in the beginning, and we're looking at fundamentals, and we're looking at residence, and we're looking at apartment. Lithuania is in your time zone. Oh, that's right. That is right. How fascinating. So, first of all, we have to find the connection and make sure that these aren't overlapping. And one thing we can see right away is this needs to be turned this way. Let's see if we can find the hut block for a minute underwater. And the hut block for this is on which side? It's probably on the other side. I see it. Let's turn this around. There it is, right there. And let's connect these 2 this way. So I'm going to have to go in again in here to connect the doors properly on that piece, and we'll find the hallway that has the red. There it is. And we'll come down here, and then we'll come past the information center right here, and we'll come to here. And let me bring this in so I can see it. And there it is. Let's do apartment level 5 so I can find the door. Oops, I found the door. Not the one I was looking for, actually. So this is it. That's the door sitting right there, smack dab in the middle. So let's bring it all the way out to here and just make sure that it is outside the build with these lines. See these lines right here? And it is not. Oh, no, wait. As you can see, yep, it isn't. So this is the new building. Uh-oh, look at this. We can't build it yet. Shoot. We have to wait for that guard tower to be a level 2 to push this out so that we can build. Look, we're short that much in order to go out from the border here. Okay, so we're going to have to wait on this building right here, but that is where we want to build it. So I'm just going to exit for right now, and we'll look for another place where we can put some other housing. And we're just going to wait until Kenzo finishes working on this building right here. And it is daytime, morning right now. Let's go to Kenzo right this minute, and we're going to make sure that he has everything that he needs to work on this. Now, this is a level 2 of this builder, and so you see there's way more room here for the pieces that are needed and not needed. We are removing ourselves some of the cobble. This cobble is from him building this building out and from him building this building out. He has got a ton of cobble, and we don't need it right now. We're actually going to return it to the Mermaid Nation of Tana. We're returning the this to them, and so let's put it in. So it's essentially going back into the storage for the Mermaid Nation right here, And then let's see, he said he started building, which means he went to it. He'll be here in a minute. What does he need? He needs andesite and diorite. And so, Johnny, you can send me the link, Johnny, to that Portugal piece, and I will put it on Instagram for Zaf. I'll put it on Instagram so that Zaf can get to it. Please, Johnny. Please. You like old style buildings, like how they're built with slate. It's amazing how many buildings like that are available in Portugal. Ah, interesting. And so there is Kenzo. So Kenzo has
'tis a fine day.
most of what he needs. Yep. And he's going to work on that. And that will allow us to actually begin to have that as a place. Let's come over here. Sure enough, this is what I thought. Let's come here. Let's look at her.
Can I help you?
We're just going to have to wait until she asks for stuff and give it to her at the time so that we are not overloading her. And she needs those, but the inventory is full. Let's take out this. This came from her doing one of the Courier, one of the Druid dowers, and she definitely does not need that. So we'll take those out and we'll put this in. Sounded like fish, didn't it? Speaking of fish, one of the fastest things that we could probably do here is have a fishery and have everyone have fish, have the restaurant serve fish dishes first. I'm sure that's what people expect. Let's make a fishery as one of the first farms, and then we'll go for the farms that grow wheat and bread. Let's come up and let's come out. Let's come over here. I think I can get out. Yep. Look at the sky. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. And we can see these buildings that are going to look like ice caps when they're done, because they're going to be in concrete. And the new building that we want to put is actually going to be not there, but right here, right where this is, and this is what Kenzo is working on. What if we put a fishery? Look at the fish. What if we put a fishery just in this area here as the beginning of farms being all along this part right here? So the housing is going to be in line right here. We're going to have two of those apartment buildings. And then over here, we could actually have this come to where farms are going out in this direction, in all different directions. And let's see where we're headed. This is good. This is good. So yeah, so we'll do that. And here is this area here. So we could actually have discorded. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. And after the stream, I will give it to Zaf. I'll give it to you, Zaf. And there we go. So see right here, this one that's going nowhere? why don't we put the fishery here? Although the university is right over here. So this is university area here. If we're going to put something here, it has to be on a walkway. I can't plop it at the end of this piece. We're actually going to have a walkway there. So hold on. Ooh, the ravine. Ooh. So let's go back. You don't want it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, let's go up for a second. I think there's a way here. But thank you anyway, Johnny, for giving it to us, because it sounds interesting as far as architecture is concerned. It does. So look how far away we got. And we don't even see ourselves. Look how close to the land we are going if we go in that direction. So remember, this is where the warehouses are. Off in this direction, we could go, floated the suggestion of an Atlantis set to Minecolonies team. What do you mean by Atlantis? Do you mean that the buildings, the way the buildings look, have more of an ethereal look to them? Because you know there's two underwater styles now. There's a new style, Aquatica, and I'm using Aquatica's buildings mixed with underwater base in order to get what we're getting here. We could go in this direction over here for farms, or we could go so this is the warehouse. This is the end of this walkway right here. If we wanted to, we can extend it here and put in some things. And yeah, so if you mean that they look more ethereal, more like MERS built them instead of like the Navy, yeah, that would be fun. That definitely would be. And let's see if we want. At the beginning, there's so many decisions. So many decisions. You mean a aquatic set of buildings. Subaquatic. So, I don't know whether it's, I don't know whether it's a part of Biomes of Plenty or, in other words, that the buildings are sitting where colonies have to drain the water. Ah, you mean like domes. You mean domes. Making actual domes. Because Aquatica actually has domes. And that would be a good question. So the closest thing to that, Johnny, is the thing that I didn't do with Seabridge. So you remember Seabridge had a steampunk town hall, but this town hall here, This is the actual underwater base town hall. And when you get here, you missed it, but when you get here, this is full of water. This entire area here was completely underwater. And if you were in survival, it actually had underwater mobs as well that you had to fight through in order to do that. And this was actually the beginning. This is the supply camp, and this is what it was. So when you actually look at this supply camp, it's wet. It's completely underwater. You have to get the water out. You have to kill the mobs that are here if you're in survival. And then you have to start building. So in a way, this is the thing that you're talking about where the water had to be drained out. Now, when McSessa and Matlon were making the buildings originally, they put a lot of sand in the water, in the level ones, and they still had water in them, the level ones, and it was meant to get the water out and take the sand out and build the building. But apparently a lot of people didn't like that. So they actually adjusted the level ones to not have that step recently. Just when they added a cookery, they changed the level ones so that they don't have the sand the way they did. But that was just because people were too confused. It was too, I skipped it. And that's the thing that they probably were trying to avoid, doing that. But you know me, I'm skipping the level ones on that. Yeah, it's a shame. But in the older style, I don't know whether they kept the older style or not, but if you have the older style, you don't have to update, because that version should be on not style colonies, because that's Minecolonies, but Planet Minecraft. They should have that so that if you wanted to start that way, you actually could. And yeah, we're looking for a place to put a fishery. This is where the Druid Center, we have a Druid Center that is going to be where there are seats, and that's over here. Yep, that is. And so we're still looking at this area out here for putting in a fishery. There are some aspects that are difficult because of drowning, of course. These aren't people. And so there are some things that have to be taken into consideration when it comes to that. We're looking right here. This is the hallway that we fixed, so we know where we are. We have to go around to the other side of this. Right here on this side. I'm going to take out a light and look for the housing and stuff that is going on right here. We have a piece that's here, and those darker areas just make you nervous. Yes, for the longest time, it was one of those things where it was just like, this is the university hallway right here, where I still jumped at night, because of that, because of what you're talking about, that it was still scary, even though I know that they can't. that doesn't make it any less scary. So right here, there's a doorway. Oops. That lamp is going to break if we keep doing that. Let's come right to here. See that right there? So let me take this. We're going to put 3 pieces here so that I can put a lamp here so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to take this off. This is a very good location as far as ice and pieces. And we've got this kind of ice, which is pretty precious, and then packed ice. And I forget what that ice is. Let's look here and look at ice. That is blue ice. And yeah. Yes, in a way, it really is. That's why you dislike the sea underwater during night. You remember Sea Bridge times, the time you tried to form an underwater base yourself, and it was just so strange. Yeah, it was, because they had water in the buildings, the way Johnny is talking about, at level 1. And so you had to build them in order to get rid of the water and that sort of thing. Mostly sand, but it did have the same effect. All right, so let's put in a fishery and let's see how far the border goes out from here. Used to make underwater, without sponges? Whoa. Look how far out it goes in this direction. Isn't that cool? That's coming out from here. We can't barely see the border from here. That is pretty neat. Let's put, now this is an information center right here. We can put a 4 possibly in this area, a 4 top down in this area, and then we can have the fishers and some other buildings off of that 4 piece. So if we were going to do that, this is a guard tower right here. This one is. If we don't want to have another guard tower here, if we just want it to be a place where there are 4s to make it less scary, yeah, that's true. That could be done. That could indeed. 'Cause see, here's the area. This is where these buildings are. You can see that there are buildings already. And this is the one that he's working on. And when this is done, it will expand the border, hopefully in this direction, which is where we need this to be pushed that way. But over here, we're fine. So let's do a short and put a 4 right in this area. Let's do that, except the 4 that we're putting in this area is not going to be a guard tower. So let's do that. So let's put a short here. Whose short do I want to use though? Let's try Aquatica's short for a second and see how long it is. AQA. Let's come to here. Let's come to infrastructure. Let's come to connectors. Let's come to this one. This is actually the shortest one. Let's X. Let's do that again. Right here. Aquatica. Let's come to connectors. Let's come here. Level 5. Let's see how long this is. Let's turn it this way. And let's put it right here, right here, right here. And those two are connected. That's pretty good. That gives us glass right in here. There's still places where we can see things. This glass side is going to be buried in the ice, but this will be fine. And then right here, we'll do the 4. And this 4 will lead out to the other buildings. Your sister liked putting recessed glowstone with stained glass flush with walls. That's a nice idea. You want lines like rope? That would be fun. See this here? Let's take this. We're definitely not building that. We are only building the level 1 of this. And we can put it right here like this. And let us begin. I should check the door just to make sure. I'm looking at that part just to make sure. That looks correct. Okay. Build the building. And it's constructed, and that's X. Let's come over here and let's put in the 4 piece. And that means chopping through the ice right here to find that right there. So let's bring this out. I need to be able to see the top. I hope that's not too loud, guys. The ice breaking like that. I hope it's not too loud, because I know Zaf's not feeling well, so I really hope that's not too annoying. Right in this part right here. We need to take this back so I can connect these two right here. So let's do another. Look at this beautiful flatness. Look at all this. Let's see how far out we are. And there's the border. So let's come to here and let's put 3 stones here. 2, 3, just so that I can have that for a minute. And let's touch down. Let's go to Aquatica. Let's go to connectors and let's get an X. And there it is, level 5. And let's move it into place. This is not a guard tower. This is a cross piece. And let's let me look at this for a second. I just have to make sure it's the right piece for a minute. Oh yeah, there we go. See that there? These are the rails coming through and meeting, and some nice interesting stuff going on there. Okay, so we need a door-to-door match. Let's bring this down. One more. That's too far, I think. Let's bring it up. This isn't coming on for some reason. But those two are supposed to fit here like that. And that gives us plenty of room here to put the fishery in one of these areas. You can put a fishery. Remember, we're fishing, so we might want, although the underwater base fishery is actually a, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The underwater base fishery is actually a farm fishery. And we can look at Aquatica and see if there's something else. but let's put this piece in first, and definitely not the level 1. And we're going to put it in like this. And let's come here. I see that, but I'm going to leave it anyway. Let's come here and construct it. And X, and there it is. Okay, so let's go in. Let's put a door here. Let's get a door piece. For right now, I'm using doors in this spot. Oops, and I have to have a landing. So let's quickly take this 1, 2, 3, and put that there so I can put a door right here. Right there, okay. And that takes care of the water. There's no more water in here, and that allows me to be able to go out. So now I have right here, this is the long hallway. So I have 1, 2, 3 going off. Right here, I think I would like to put the fishery. Let me see how close we are to the border. Let's put the fishery here. And that is going to be our first food source for the time being, that they're going to have fish. And reminds you the old Sea Lab cartoon from the 60s. Ah, that sounds familiar. All the complexes should be caution tape orange colored. Probably so. So let's look at fisheries for a second. Do I have an up here? Can I get above the ice? I can't. There we go. So let me just for a second, because it's been a while, I'm going to look at both fisheries. We're in Aquatica, so let's go to husbandry and let's go to the fisher, level 5. This is Aquatica's fishery that we're looking at right here. So it is actually fishing into the ocean. So we can't put it where we are right now. Look at that. We can't put it into the ocean because there's not enough ocean there. So we are going to use underwater base, switch underwater, DER, and come here, husbandry, and there it is. And let's get a fisher, level 5. Not only is it is adorable. Oh, it's doing the same thing. I thought it was a farm, but it's not. Where I was, it was a farm. We're going to make it a farm here because it's going to have a bottom because of where we're putting it. If we put it here, and let me look at this. Let's make sure we're at the very end of this part right here. I saw that. Did it say that Kenzo was done? Yes, it did. So what Kenzo was working on, so this is the guard tower off of the warehouse, and then, oh no, off of the university. I'm too far over. That's what happened. I got over here by mistake. Let me put a light on for a second. So this is the one that I'm looking for. Why don't we do this? And that will help. And this is the one that we need to be. So if we put it here, look at this here. This actually goes down in this area. So we're going to put it off of this door right here. All the citizens are tucked in. Hold on. Let me stand right here for a minute. So what that means is from here, yep, let's open this up right over here. This is actually a hallway. You can see the double windows right here of this hallway. Now they'll probably close that up when the time comes. Does this open into an area? It does. So let's take this away right here. And this is another hallway right here. And now we're connected. So right here, we're talking about putting the fishery. This is good. What are we looking at? Wow, we've been here for a while. Johnny, it's nice to see you. And you mentioned your sisters. How are you mentioned one of your sisters? How are your sisters? I miss them. I miss your sisters. They're so sweet. So over here, where this door is where we're talking about putting the fishery in. And let's look at, that says underwater, but there's nothing there. Ah, that's X. It's upstairs. Let's come back to here. Let's do that again. Husbandry, fisher's hut. And let's look at the level 5. And it only has one door. So when we put it here, this is the end of this walkway here. Where this is. The border is right now right in this direction. This is going back in this direction, but we're actually letting this be here. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that be here by itself and close off being able to go out in this area at some point. I think we actually want to have a walkway come through here. It's going to be interesting when we have these Aquatica glass walkways be surrounded by glaciers. It's actually going to be pretty wild. I don't want to do that. And the only problem is that Aquatica doesn't really have a straight area where you have things coming off of it. And that's what I would want. I would want a straight hallway that does that. So we wouldn't use Aquatica. We would go back. I'm going to have to light this. There we go. Let's light the top two just so that I know that this is the one that we're working on right now. Let's take this away from here because we're actually going to extend this now. And I'm just going to extend it one. Wicked. She moved to Washington State or Washington, D.C. Poor baby. Well, tell them both that I said hi. And, well, that's a shame that, wicked. But I can understand not having time to play Minecraft. That happens sometimes, so yeah. Oh, wicked. And the other one is bat, has bat in her name. I do remember that. I do remember. It's been so long. It has. It's been more than a year. Washington State. Ooh, fascinating. I hope it was for love. Did she move for love? Did she move for love? Okay, let's get underwater base. And we're going to put this part right here. Let's get infrastructure, corridor. This corridor is out in the open, so we can actually use this. However, what we need, let's go back to infrastructure, corridors, glass. We need one of their cross T's. Mixessa and Matlom's cross T level 4, and this is the difference with theirs. Theirs is smoother, smaller, and gives you this kind of a look. And this is actually good. So we need a piece to come out first from the building. So we do need to go back and get that corridor piece first. Glass segment 1. And let's come up here and oh, shadow bat. Yes. I remembered a portion. Yes. Please, that would be wonderful. Please. I would love that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's come here. But in the meantime, I say hi to both of them. And yeah, holidays are coming up. They are. The holidays are coming up. So we have this piece here, and it is in the right place. The wall matches. All of that is okay. We're going to pull it out one so that we can make the special piece that connects. These have a concrete connection, and I want that connection to be there. So we're going to pull it out one, and we're going to come here, and this is a level 3, and it is constructed. And I'm not going to put the piece there yet. Because I have to do this as well. So let's come here, and let's go to here, corridors. I got distracted by the fact that I realized that I didn't see level 3. I didn't see Mr. Villager, but I had a feeling he sounded like he was leaving. He was busy and he was going to leave, but we'll see. Just a second. Let's come here. Let's come here. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's right on top of the other one, isn't it? And this is why we do it, because see this part? This part is set up to put this here, but this is Aquatica, so it's not. So we're going to put it there ourselves. And this is perfect. We're going to bring it out to here, and then we're going to have the fishery. And look where we could have it. We could actually have it either on the inside or the outside. And I don't know right this second. Since it's a single, and that's the border going out that way, this is limited space here because look, see there's something right here that's going to go out this way, and then the housing is right here. This is the housing going out this way. We might have to have a second set of housing going out from here, and if we do, then this right here would be better on this side, because we're not going to be able to put a lot of stuff in between there. So let's do that, and let us construct this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so right now we don't have anything going this way. So let's get some of this ice right here, and let's put some pieces right into this part right here, and this part right there. That'll keep it. That's enough to keep it. And then we'll be able to put in the piece right here. So let's put the fishery in. Did I do it in the right direction? That's the border. So I want it going this way. I did not. I thought not. Okay. Up, sorry. I'm breaking it again. Sorry about that. I have it turned down a lot too. I have it turned down a whole lot. Let's put this here and this here, because we can see the border out there. So this is the one that we want. And then let's come here. Let's touch. Let's go to husbandry. Let's go to, there it is, Fisher's Hut. Let's move it out, level 5. Let's move it out. And there's one of the borders right there. Let's see if I can find the door. There's the door. It only has one door. What? Do you hear that? Okay, oh dear. Now that is loud. So I'm going to have to stop for a second and go find a bed, because the thunder is intense. Although Zaf likes thunder. And so he will be very happy with that. But we're going to come over here. It is daytime. Hopefully the thunderstorm is still going on, so we can go to sleep right here. Yes! Ta-da! Yay! Okay. All right, so we got rid of the storm for now. And who is this river? What do you need?
So what'll it be for you?
I will work on it. Let's give her this, this, and this. And she needs a pickup, she's saying, because of course she's stuffing full. So let's look. She does not need these. We'll take this out. Let's look here. She doesn't need these 64s. So we'll take all the 64s out, and that's allowing her to put more in. We'll take these out, and I think she's going to be okay. Let's look here. There's a 64 of that, and a 64 there. This is coming from undoing other buildings. Level 1 buildings is giving them a lot of, let me put this up here for a second so I can take these things down. I'm not doing this for a minute, and let's get all of these to go up. I don't need that right now. And take these and put these back. Essentially, I'm giving them back to my people. These pieces. Okay, let's bring this down. Let's bring down the pickaxe. And let's look and see how much room she has. She has some room there. She has some room there. Let's look in here. She has a 64. We'll leave her that and see. I'm returning them to Tana. I'm returning all of that stone to Tana. That stone that, see, this is made out of stone here. So when she changes this into one of the ones that is andesite or diorite, that's what begins to happen. And see what she's doing? Look at this. See what she's doing here? So all of this stone is going into her, it's going into her inventory. Right now, we do not have a courier yet. She's making the warehouse right now. So we'll leave her to that. Let's run down here to where we were placing that beautiful little, when the thunderstorm happened, fishery. And see, it's right there. So we'll go around the information desk and we'll come into this hallway area here. And we'll turn the corner here and go here. And this is where we were putting it, right there. So now let me quickly bring this up one and move it over. And there is the match. That is the match right there. So you see that it's inside the glacier. So we'll see what happens when it's time to build this. This is only, even though I have the level 5 up to, this is actually what it looks like, this. And so it is one of the ones, I think, that still has water in it because it's doing that. Let's go out this doorway right here and let's look. Nope, it's just making it easier for you to put it in, and that's where it is. Extended an invitation to Shadowbat. She's still waiting for the oil change. They made her get an appointment and then hit her with a 2-hour wait. Oh. When that happens, that is not fun. That is absolutely not fun. So let's put it back one just to make sure, and it is correct. And let's make sure it's the level 1, and that is correct, and it is constructed. And let's X this. And now we need sponge, and I think I made it go away. So let's go here. Oops. O-N-G. So we have 16 sponges. So this is essentially the sponge of that 16 sponges that we have. There's something up here. Oh, I can't do it yet. That's what's going on. Hold on. We need more than sponges. We need a piece of this, a piece of this. We need a piece of this and a piece of that. So now we have all the pieces. Let's put that there and here, like that. Let's come back. So see this piece right here that comes right here? That's what we're making. So let's put in, we can put the gray in the middle first, right there, and the gray right here. And then we can put white in everywhere else. So white there, white. These are going to disappear because I'm putting the white in right here. Let's make that disappear also. Oop, that went down too far. And then we need a piece here, a piece here, a piece here, and finally that piece. All right, now it's doing it on its own. There we go. We can take this away. Let's take this down so that we can actually see this part right here. Let's put some sponge now on this floor and in that corner, and that part is done. Let's come here. I have a shovel. Let's look. Fancy hallways. Yes. And let's open this up Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if we want to, oh, I just dropped that. Let's see if we want to do, sure do. You see that leaking? That's why we want to have that there. And here it is. Here is a fishery. So we can't have a fishery until we actually have someone. So this is sort of like a farm here. I'm going to actually remove the ice from this area right here. She is not amused. I can imagine. I can imagine, especially when you make a specific schedule. You know, they should have called her and said to her, but this is what's happening nowadays with customer service, and it's really one of these things that is going to make the difference, I guess, for some things, because they should have called her and said, we're backed up and we can't see you when we said it's probably going to be more than an hour more. Would you like to change your appointment? Or would you like to come in a couple of hours, and that way it'll be closer to the time when they can actually work on your vehicle? That's what they should do. That's what they should do. All right. There we go. So now that we have that in, and who was working and is no longer working here? Kenzo. Kenzo was working on that entry to make it go back farther, and we're going to check in just a minute. This one right here, and I really hope it does. Uh-oh. What do we have? Why do we have? What's going on here? Why are you open? First of all, why are you open here? This is interesting. Let's put ice in for a second. Just for a minute. I mean, it's going to open anyway. Maybe I opened it, because look how far back it is. So I might have opened it and forgot that I did. Let's make sure that everyone is fine. The guards are all okay. Everyone's fine. This is beyond the point. And this is what he was working on. So we're going to have him come down the hall here. Nope, this way. We're going to have him come down the hall here. Nope, this way. It is this way. We're going to have him come down the hall here, come down to here. I could get him to work on that, but I'd like him to work on the fishery so that the second that we have someone, they can start making us some food. So let's come here and let's do build options. The builder is Kenzo. Upgrade the building. And there we go. So he's going to work on making that a level 2. In other words, he's building it because it hasn't been built yet. We could have him do this when he gets done, that information center. And this part is okay here. And right here, we could have him upgrade this. This is what we need right here. Let's do a door right here. And I'm going to get a door just for a second until we put something here. So let's make these go for just a second. I can get them back later. Let's put the door right here so that that doesn't come in. And now we can see that we're kind of in the crater, which is fine, but we don't have enough of a runway. So let's pull these 2 pieces of ice out here so we can slide in. We're gonna slide. Okay. Poor Zaf. Poor Zaf. Wasn't feeling well. Even in the morning when he was there, it's why he took a nap early. And let's come here. Do I want something? Do I want this? No? No? Let's look for the border. That's what we're supposed to be looking at. Did the border, yahoo! The border did move. Did it move enough? Did it move enough? And that's what we've got to see right here. Did the border move enough? So let us come here. This is the walkway. Let's switch to Aquatica. AQA. That's all we need. TICA. Aquatica. And let's come to fundamentals. Let's come to residences. And let's do the apartment building. And we absolutely have to see the level 5 of this. Level 5. Such wide, roomy stone passages. They are interesting, aren't they? And look at this. This is another one that's going to be outside of the ice. But look what they'll be able to have here. Look. They can actually see the sunlight. That is going to be so fun for them. So this is really cool. Yes, this is not in the deep ocean. We are in the glacial areas. And I'm going to come here and make sure this hallway right here matches something here. There's nothing there. I don't think this is facing the right way. That didn't lead to anything. Does this lead to something? Okay. No. Oh, there it is. Okay. Turn this way. Ah, that's funny. And let it be here. And look how much room now we have at the border. This is perfect. Now this is going to give us a fair amount of housing because it's not only the one house, but then it has apartments. It has 4 apartments that can be added, and that is actually going to be good at this particular moment in time. And so this is why we are choosing it, as well as the fact that we haven't made this before. And so this seems kind of fun. So let's come wrong way. Nope. Have to go out and find how this building is. There's the building right there. Let's move this over this way. There, see it? There's the connector right there. It's a shame it's not passive guardians. Wouldn't that be wonderful? That would be so, I know. There's so many things that I would have if they were passive. And it's interesting too, in the beginning, the mobs did not recognize the citizens, the Minecolonies people. And so you could actually have skeletons walking around in the city. And yeah, you could have zombies, but it was fine because they didn't pay attention to the citizens. And then of course they changed that. And so when that happened, then we couldn't have any nice things anymore. Because remember we had witches? Remember we used to have witches visit, and then they got probably around New Musalangu, that settlement, that city, they got violent, and so we had to have guards and stuff. But it was quite the adventure. It was quite fun in the beginning. Okay, so that's sand, it looks like, right in that part right there. And that is, we're going to have that be apartment level 1. And here we go, constructed. Uh-oh, I think we lost some fish this time. I think we did. Let's come here. Let's quickly find, where'd the fish? Sounded like we squished some fish. We squished some fishies. So here we are. This is level 1. And this is the actual hut block for this. Winchester Mystery Subnautical. Yeah. Let's come here. And this is the only bed, but this will allow us to have a restaurant. And that is one of the things. We would need more in order to have a cookery. Here's another one here, and these are the apartments right here. There's another one there, and there is another one right there. That's fun. So these, each one of these can have 5 people in them. Of course, you know me, that's not gonna happen. But it does allow us to have apartments that the people can decide if they're going to have families or not. We can build them up how we want. We can use Aquatica's pieces, or we can use Byzantine's pieces. So we can have one more person. We can have Kenzo, when he gets done with what he's working on now, we can have him come back and make another apartment right here. So this apartment isn't ready yet. We can have that be done. You remember the witches? Yes! Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, we had those witches, and they lived on the other side of the mountains from where the city was. And remember, there was like an abandoned town there, and they lived there. Only they were sisters, and one of the sisters liked being in the city, and she became dangerous, and we just had to kind of watch out for her. Yes, passive skeletons and witches. Wouldn't that be something? I would have them as ambassadors. They would come and they would be like Star Trek, you know. We would have these ambassador skeletons, ambassador witches, ambassador, it would really be withers, skeletons, witches, endermen, and withers. We would have withers also. I'm not sure we would have like blazes in this area, but we would have those. We wouldn't have zombies. Zombies are children of skeletons. So zombies are the young skeletons. So, Vincentius Primus, everybody. That was Vincentius Primus right there. And how close are we? Okay, he's restless. And that's when I know that I'm close to the end, because he wants to eat. He wants to have a meal. So, yeah. So, dun, 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 dun. So we have a single bed. Who's more important? Oh, look what we can do. So Laura is here. Hi, Laura. Ah, yes, this is why we want Nordic. Look at that beautiful doctor. We're going to have Nora move into that new apartment building right here. And that way, she will be closer to where she actually works. And she can move in right here. So, did I say Nora? I should be saying Laura. Okay, so there she is. Now, she is not, she's going to be fine with it. Myra and Jesse are friends with her, and they'll visit her a lot. We'll get some stuff going there because of the way this is going to be really interesting to see which one of these buildings, which one of these level 4s, it must be this one, is the one that takes the building up. I think it's this one. And then these are added later. So that's definitely something. Time for a nap? Are you coming back?
So what will it be for you?
What are you coming back for, Jesse? You're just checking? Okay, do you see her food going down? So this is what we are running out of time. So when Kenzo is done, what do I have him doing? Oh, he's building the fishery. When he's done with the fishery, we're going to have him work on the level 2 of that apartment building so that she can stay. Oh, you were happy when Minecraft made witches actually stay at their huts? Yeah. Remember I had that, I don't know that you were watching at the time, but we actually had, we were using the Bayou house that belonged, that was a player house. And it's gorgeous, the Bayou house, but it looks like an old Louisiana mansion on the outside. And it was amazing where we set it. And so what happened was, in the swamp behind this mansion, there actually was this witch's place. Aha, she's working. She's working. So the lights are going out. There actually was this witch's hut behind there. And so we said that the witches were caretakers for this mansion. They came and, hi Jesse, and they did caretaking for the mansion. And it was really cool because we went back and we fixed the witch's hut and had there be little boats there for the sisters who lived there. And it was so fun. I love that. I love that. So look at this gorgeous view of the glaciers that the people in this settlement have. I just love that they can see those. Now we have this is underwater part here. So we have these little portal windows in this area. But upstairs, we will definitely have some beautiful views of underwater in those sections. So that is, we see what she is working on, what River is working on, and that's going to take her a good long while. And let's go in and let's make sure that Kenzo has whatever it is that he needs. And we'll come over here and we'll see. Yep, I skipped. And there he is. And sure enough, he does not.
Good day to you.
Yes, what do you need So I'm going to do the same with him. I
Night, night.
think he might have enough.
My bed is calling.
let's see if he does. Depending on how much he needs, he might have enough room. I think he might. This is the fishery. And as I said before, all of this is coming from, like, for instance, the dark oak is definitely coming from Prosino. But Prosino is shipping it by balloon to Emney Island. And Emney Island is putting it on a submarine that goes to Seabridge. And then Seabridge is using submarines to bring the merchandise here. So the MERS are not delivering. The very first deliveries were made with dolphin pods, but they don't have to do that now because there are definitely towns that can actually support. And so that's what we're going to have. You do declare the vapors. The vapors. Yes, the vapors. So there we are. We're going to have somebody in this kitchen in a minute. And let's look and see. No, not on this side. We're not having a bakery there. Mubian has a bakery in the restaurant, and while I don't know yet. I don't think I want it. I think I want a separate bakery area. So we'll see, but I'm not concerned about that right now. Let's come to here and let's see what we're looking for as far as a restaurant owner is concerned. So we have to have a restaurant which is adaptability and knowledge, but we also have to have a cookery, and the cook is the one that we need to look at. So we had the restaurant already, but we don't have what are the requirements for a cook. It was the cook. The end of, no, I'm not going to give it away. That's the end of a movie. Let's come here and let's look at what we need right here. We need a chef. And we're going to have to do no so that we can see creativity and knowledge. Creativity and knowledge for the cook. So the restaurant is adaptability and the cook is creative, of course, and then knowledge. So creativity and knowledge for the person who's actually making the food. Yes, chef. So we don't have anyone yet. Let's go look at the people. Let's go look at the people that we have. This is going to, I hope this isn't the case, but it looks like the people are staying in the tavern and not wandering around as much. But it is nighttime, isn't it? Okay, so that makes sense. It's night. And let's look here. Sylvie. Cafe Sylvie in Sarasota, Florida. There was a French restaurant called Sylvie's, and oh my goodness, she made waffles from scratch on Sundays, and it was pretty long. You were there for she was French, and so in the same way, the people who are used to European fare or African fare, some African countries, not Africa. Africa's not a country. Some African countries have it where the people spend a lot of time in the restaurant eating and waiting for food, and they don't mind doing that. Hello, Zola. Let's look here. Let's look and see. We're looking for either focus and adaptability would give us a druid. No, mana would give us a druid. The focus is good, but the mana is not. And we have a doctor, and we can't get a courier yet. We don't have a courier station. And Zola is getting ready to leave. No spoiler stream, yes. So I just didn't want to say the name of the movie. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Let's come here and see. This is Freya. And let's look at the skills. There's some mana. There's some absolute mana. No creativity, but there is mana. What's the focus? The focus is The focus is down. I'm going to skip. If both of them were in the teens, maybe I would take it. Remember, this is just a level 2 that we're going up to. So I'm not going to be able to do some. Who's bouncing? Arabella. Arabella wants diamonds. And sure enough, there it is. Look at these numbers. So now, is it she the one? Now, Annesley is an old Minecraft name. She's from an old family, but that doesn't mean that she hasn't been corrupted in some kind of way. So Annesley has everything that we would want. The mana is outrageous, and she has knowledge. What do we need for a cook? We need a cook and a restaurant. Should we do the restaurant first? Yes. So adaptability and knowledge. 15. She could do it. A 15 and a 20, but look at the mana. It would be a waste. Focus. Yeah, she's absolutely. Is she going to, where'd she go, first of all? Is she going to run off with all her stuff? She wants 9 diamonds. So now you know this from the past, that if we have someone asking for expensive stuff, we put a magic spell on it. So it looks like that they're getting the things, and if they stay, they actually do get the things. But if they go, those things turn into dust. They turn into sand in their bags. So let's recruit. And she is for real. Arabella. Good gracious, you're an amazing woman. Let's come up here. I'm going to put her here right away. Manage workers. She's a druid. Look at that. No, I'm not going to put her here. Hold on a second. We're going to round to the other side of the city and put her in this area. Technically, she should be running the place. She should be in charge of all the druids, which means that she would be here. However, Myra is one of the first 4, so she has the seniority in that respect. So we can have Arabella come and run this one. If I'm not mistaken, this is the housing. Nope, I don't want her to do the housing. Let's have her come down to the warehouses. We'll have her do the warehouses. We're headed back into town. Let's go this way. And here it is. She's going to do this one right here. And eventually we could have her run it from here. Run the druids from one of those. But for right now, she's going to have this location right here. And this is going to be druid, and hire her. We'll leave it for Myra to see what she wants to do later. I mean, Myra wants everyone to be safe, so she would actually maybe acquiesce to having Arabella be here, be in this location right here, and Myra would take one of the other locations. But we'll see how they both feel and work together, and we'll see what Myra wants to do. We'll see how she feels about it. But as one of the survivors, this is actually she's actually on the town council. She is the druid on the town council. Regardless of Arabella's abilities, Myra is actually on the council. So the restaurant could be a social venue like a cafe, you suppose. The restaurant definitely could. And the restaurant will be, which is why I'm not necessarily keen about the restaurant necessarily having this bakery here, unless the bakery area was pushed out in some kind of way. And I don't think, how much time? Let me look at something for a minute. Let's look at bakeries. Now, you know, normally, Johnny, you remember that I use the Cavern Bakery because it looks like a little cafe. And I love that. So that's what we usually do. But let's look at all three bakeries for a second. I'm going to a place where we can go out. I might as well go up the pod for right now. And let's go out from here. So we're going to come up here. And then we're going to come up. And there we go. Let's go to something tall. This is tall. Look at the sun coming up. Whoa. That is cool. The sun coming out of the clouds at the horizon. Wow, that looks real. So they usually want to turn over customers as quickly as possible to make money. That is true. The hotel actually has a little area where people can sit and chat. I haven't gotten to it yet. It is a level 3 tavern, so it can be decorated now because it's at the top of its chart, let's say. Let's come here. Let's touch down. Let's look at Aquatica. Let's look at bakeries, crafts, luxury. And the bakery is not considered a part of that. Let's go to restaurants. Let's go to fundamentals. There it is. So the bakery is here. And let us lift it up off the ground so that it doesn't level 5. And let's see what we've got. Yeah, see, this is all it is. Oh! I keep doing that. Oh, at least it didn't go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. So let's come back up. Yeah, this isn't enough. And this is my problem. And it's taking up space in the restaurant, so I think I'm not going to want to have it there. This is the level 5. So let's switch to Aquatica. Actually, let's switch to Cavern first. RN. So I've done this before. I'm not sure I'm going to do this here. But in fundamentals, in default, no, it's actually luxury. Default, and there's the bakery, level 5. So this is why I have loved this bakery from the moment Lady Shatana brought it up to date. Because remember, this used to be the cave style, which was made with sand stone originally, and now it's this. Do you notice something? Look where the wand is on the screen. That is really cool. it looks like Minecraft has actually done that. Minecolonies has put the wand and the hand off to the side so they're not taking up a lot of space. I really like that. That's different. That's new. So this is why I like it. See, it looks like a cafe. It looks like some place where they bake, yeah, but you're going to have something else going on too. And if we did that, then we could do what we did in Seabridge and have underwater base, which has this wonderful industrial. This is underwater base. Let's come to luxuries. And there's the bakery, level 5. This is a gorgeous bakery. And I really love just the fact that there are enough ovens, that there is this massive mixing bowl right here, which makes complete sense. And there is a little service area for people who come in and want to order, like the restaurants or the couriers making stops. This just goes off into someplace else. And so we could attach this, like we have done in the past, to the other cafe, and have them be either off of that restaurant in some kind of way. So the restaurant, let's go to Aquatica, AQA, and let's do this. Let's go to fundamentals, the restaurant, level 5. So you don't see it because it should be built. It's built separately, but the restaurant's right. The bakery is right here. So we have this. See this thing right here? We can put the bakery right here and have the people be able to walk through here and get to a coffee shop. Or we could just leave this and give this restaurant some beautiful views. This is the elevator up to the second floor where there are tables. There are some intimate tables, and then there are community tables, which are really nice. And that's what we're going to have in that space, because look at the size of it. So we're putting this one in the space now. Leave stream on, but gotta go. I'm done, Johnny. In 3 minutes, this is over. So we're just doing this for right now. So thank you for being here, Johnny. It was fun having you here, and I'm glad. And I think Zaf has gone to sleep. I think it's that time of morning for Zaf, and he's going to sleep. And Mr. Villager, I think Mr. Villager got busy. So, and we knew that that Jelly Bean was going to be away this time. And Lo-Fi, by the way, people, Lo-Fi Monk, who is in chat every once in a while, he actually has a stream on YouTube also. And he's doing videos. He's not streaming. He's actually doing videos, and they're actually pretty okay. They're actually really nice. They're fun to watch. So yeah, so Lo-Fi Monk is doing Minecolonies as well. And I think his town is Monkshire, I think. I'll have to go look. You can correct me if I'm wrong next time you're here. So yes, so here we go. For the next time, this is what we're going to look at. And thank you everyone for being here. I think we got some things done. In a little bit, the builders of Tana, who are doing these buildings, they will be done setting the infrastructure. and this colony, this settlement will be on its own, with people making the things that they need, growing the trees, and getting the stone from the mine, which we have to put in, and all of that kind of stuff. So that's something we're going to be looking at some point. Obviously, if they're going to be self-sufficient. So there's the other part here that's going to come up, and this is going to have skylights, and I just love that. I love that. So here we go. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And I think the music got down super low. Sorry about that. We were listening to Drone Hands music, and now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus play. And here we go. I'm going to have to get for 21 a new mod list. So if you want the 21 mod list, just leave a comment in the down there part, and I will ask Vincentius Primus to adjust the list specifically for that. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now. There wasn't anything